channel. It's Eva Marie here, and today I just wanted to sit down and do a casual get ready with me. I don't work till like 5 this evening, so this is kind of just like for me to get into the creative spirit with Halloween and all, know what I mean? So today what I'm going to be using mainly for my eyeshadow look is the Morphe brushes palette, the 35N. And look at these gorgeous warm shades that this palette has. I freaking love it. I bought this palette for 20 bucks online. Where can you find a eyeshadow palette with this many shades for $20? I haven't found them yet. Morphe's bomb, girl. It's bomb. Okay, so let's get started. What I like to use for the concealer part is the Clinique Beyond Perfecting foundation and concealer. I love it. It is a foundation and a concealer, and it'll last you a long time. So if you want to go ahead and get this product, I highly recommend it. You're gonna see how smoothly it's gonna glide on to my face. Before I put this on, I'm gonna go ahead and wet my beauty blender. I'll be right back, okay? Hey guys, I'm back. I'm gonna go ahead and look up for you the price on each item that I'm gonna use so you know how much you need to spend to get them. So for the Clinique Beyond Perfecting foundation, I am seeing it for $19.50. So that's that. And then I'm going to use my red Morphe sponge. And that was $8. $8 online. I don't know if it's the same in the store, but at least you have the pricing of that. I'm gonna go ahead and start. I like to take a little dab. As you can see, I've beaten this up. I've used it a lot because it's just so good, but it doesn't run out. It does not run out. It is so good, and it's full coverage. You'll see now. I just like to put a little dab to cancel out the darkness on my lids, and I like to do little tiger stripes on the bottom to start concealing. All right. And then you go in with your damp Morphe beauty blender and you start blending that in. I don't know why I like to start with my concealer and my eyeshadow first. I've seen many gurus start the opposite and they do foundation first, but I guess there's really no rules to makeup. I don't know why. My first instinct is to set the base for the eyes first to get the eyeshadow going and then do the foundation. So I'm now blending the other side too. And see how I already look like fresh and ready to go? So see, nice canceled darkness, you've canceled redness, and you just have a nice base to go in and start doing your eyeshadow look. I'm gonna walk you through it and show you the colors that I'm gonna use. For right now, I'm gonna take a little towel like this, so that when I like switch eyeshadow colors, I just wipe out the one that I used before so I don't mix it in with the next one. First things first, do not let your concealer sit because it will crease into your little fine lines. So immediately after you've blended out the concealer, you're gonna go ahead with a skin tone shade like this one in the top corner. We're gonna go ahead and just set that base so that it doesn't crease. So you don't have to be worrying about going back in with the beauty blender and blending out those creases that form. So just go ahead and concentrate this color right there in the middle, inner corner, brow bone, and just feather it out to the tip of the eyebrow there. Get a little more. Make sure everything is set. Loving it. Oh, and by the way, I'm using the Morphe M504 brush. It's a very nice, fluffy brush. This is perfect for putting in a transition shade in your crease because it'll spread the color faster and it'll blend it out easily. When you're going in with a smaller blending brush, it could seem like it's gonna take a lot of work. With this one, it makes it effortless. So I highly recommend this brush. It's the Morphe M504. So you can see the name there. Hopefully you can see it. Okay. I'm feeling this orangey shade right here. I'm gonna go ahead and dip into that color. Tap off the excess. Eesh. All right, and you're gonna start blending it in that crease. I like to, when I blend into my crease, I like to look down, especially for hooded eye people like me, where you see that flap that forms. It's good to look down when you're doing your looks. Especially if you have a little mirror like this, I highly recommend it. So you look down and you just target the color in the socket of your eye. So I like to take my brush and kind of feel for where my eye is and just concentrate the color there. I'm gonna go ahead and dip back in to this one, this shade right here. It sucks that they don't have a name for these shades. And I'm gonna go ahead and intensify this color. There's something beauty gurus will not tell you, and it's how long it takes to build color. Because they edit it out, and they make it seem like they've been sitting there for 5 minutes applying the color, and that boom, it's gonna look intense. No, it takes a while. They obviously don't wanna have a freaking 30-minute makeup tutorial, but I just want to let you guys know that it's not what it seems. It takes a while to build color. It is not as quick as they make it seem. It does take time, effort, takes a little bit of technique, which you build the more you practice and the less scared you are of trying new things. I'm dipping in one more time just to get that intensity that I want. I want to get a warm sunset look on my eyes. I want it to match my Halloween shirt. And hopefully you guys see the emotion that I'm using. And I don't know why I'm holding it here. I guess I'm just used to holding it here, and I can control the intensity to which I actually apply the brush to my eye. But I like to recommend you guys that start out to hold it at the tip so that you don't apply that much pressure and you get a nicer blend. A nice guideline for people who are doing eyeshadow is not to deviate too far from the tip of your eyebrow to this angle where your nose is. That is a good geometric guideline that I like to use. So like, try not to like put your eyeshadow all the way up here. It's not gonna look cute. Try to concentrate it here in this triangle here. That's a natural guideline for your face. So I'm gonna go ahead with the Morphe M514. I don't know if you can see it. This is a much smaller brush, so this is more for definition. I really like this brush to do work on the outer crease, and you'll see how I use it in a minute. So I'm gonna go ahead and dip into that. What I like to do is concentrate this color on the outside. Just tap it in first. It's good to lay down the color to the intensity you want. Actually, y'all, we may have to get a different color because this color is not showing up as well. To go ahead and take my towel and just wipe off the excess color so you can later blend it out to the way you like it. And with this, you're gonna use very soft motions. Is it weird that I want to put a purple? I like this one. Love it. I'm gonna go ahead and start. Yeah. Oh, this is nice. It's gonna add some nice definition in here. Tap off a little bit of the excess, and like I said with the other color, we're just gonna lay down. We're not gonna be doing any circular motions as of yet. We're just laying down the color and getting it to the intensity and the placement that we want it. I've also noticed that when I drag the darkest shade onto my mid-lid, just a little bit, as if I was doing an eyeliner, it makes my eyes look really pretty. Very like winged out. Going back in with the same color and just building the intensity of that eyeshadow. But see how nice it's coming out? Very diffused. Very minimal. I know this is probably driving you guys insane because it drives me insane when I see other beauty gurus that have it. I'm just gonna take a little bit of the translucent powder, the Fit Me translucent powder, and wipe away the excess fallout that's there on my cheek. Perfect. Okay, I think for now this is my nice base for my eyeshadow look. Let's go ahead and do a really cool technique. Remember guys that I'm winging this. This is not, I did not pre-plan this. I'm gonna go ahead and use the NYX HD photogenic concealer. I'm gonna go ahead and link all the prices to all the products I use in my description box. And I'm going to use the lightest shade in CW01. So this is the lightest shade I think in that collection. I'm gonna go ahead and take a flathead brush like this. This one's from Mary Kay, a cream color concealer brush. You don't need to get a Mary Kay one. You can just get any one. For example, this is a good one too. This is from Eco Tools. This is more accessible. You can find it at Walmart. I think this is another one too. Any kind of brush that's kind of flat and dense, you can use for this step. I think I found this one. This is e.l.f. You can find e.l.f. anywhere. Target, Walmart, anywhere. But I want to go ahead and use this one. Collect some product on the tip. I'm going to go ahead and just lay down this color. The way I like to lay down this color, I like to follow the natural creases of my eye and look, as I'm looking down and placing the color, I look up straight ahead, and then you'll see that it'll mark itself off, and that's a good guideline for you to do a cut crease if you really like it. And likewise with this product, it's good to lay down the color first. We did the same technique that we use for eyeshadow. We lay down as much product as we can where we want the most intensity, and once we feel like we've gotten a lot of the product off, we go ahead and start blending out. And we're gonna blend out more here in the outer corner because we don't want that white to reach all the way over there for this particular look. So that seems good. My inner corner is always a little bit strange to work with. Okay, and this doesn't have to be a perfect cut crease because we're just laying this color down to get more intensity out of the shimmer that I'm about to place. So I like to use highlights that are just highlights. You can use them as eyeshadow too. This is the Wet n Wild Megaglo highlight powder in the shade Precious Petals. This is a really nice warm toned highlight. It's been beat up and used, but it's very beautiful. And actually for highlights like this, let me go ahead and blend this out because it seems to be creasing already. It happens the same way with the concealer, so you just have to be careful with that. I like to go ahead and use a fluffy brush like this because it seems to lay down the color better than with a flat brush. And this is the Morphe M562. I'm gonna dip into that and just kind of like feather it on there. And you'll see how it starts to glow. This is basically a setting step so that you don't have wet concealer on your lid. So this is just to set the base for that nice highlight shade. And then blend out the outer corner a little bit, not being careful not to go too far out into this region up here. I like to extend my highlight even into this little divot here because it makes you look so awake and beautiful. Very ethereal look. I like this brush because you can really concentrate into a specific area and it won't spread the color too far up or down. And like I said before, gotta dip back in to build the color to the intensity you want it to be. And this is gonna ring true for any palette, any color, any shade that you decide to work with. I love it. And once you've set down a nice glowy base, if you feel like the intensity is not strong enough, I like to go in with my fingers. Your finger is literally gonna lay it down so much nicer than any other brush. And I'll show you now. You'll see the difference. Not, who knows? I see it more in person, the difference. Once you've laid it down with your finger and you got it to the intensity you like, I recommend using the same Morphe brush and going around the edges and just blending out so it doesn't look too harsh. Okay, great. So that concludes the eyeshadow look. Now we're gonna move on to the eyeliner. It's called the Revlon Colorstay Skinny. Look at the applicator. It's like a felt tip. Very easy to manipulate. You could just lay down the brush like this and you already get a line. That's why I like to use this one in particular. So we're gonna go ahead and dip into that one and we're gonna sketch out our eyeliner. I started using a technique because I do have a fold here, if you guys notice. You don't notice it very much when I'm like this, but when I start, I guess, raising my gaze, you can see that I have a little crease there. I like to go ahead and make a dot with this eyeliner. Not a dot, but marking where the end of that crease is with a little line. So once you have that marked, you're gonna go ahead and wing it out to the desired length that you want. Once you have that, you can go ahead and start filling in the lash line. And with this felt tip, it makes it so easy to get an eyeliner done. Keep in mind that this is a little old and I need to replenish it, but look at the intensity of the black. That's already, this is a base. This is not the complete eyeliner look. See how easy it was to stamp out and mark an eyeliner shape? Then once you finish doing this step, I like to go in with that divot that's at the corner of your eye and go ahead and connect the dots. You're gonna have a little gap there that you're gonna fill with this same eyeliner. I'm gonna go ahead and fill it. Like I said, I gotta get more of this stuff because it's so good. I think that's why I bought this one and I bought it on accident. It is good, but it's a little more tricky. Look, beautiful, simple eyeliner. And when you open and close your eyes, it's not hidden within that crease there. And you look like a goddess. In this case where I feel like the intensity of the eyeliner it's compromised because of the eyeliner being a little bit older than I should have it, I'm gonna go ahead and use the stubby one to just fill in and intensify. This one's a little bit more precise. And the eyeliner is complete. It's very nice. Perf. Now we're gonna move on to mascara. I'm going to go ahead and use my Marc Jacobs travel sized mascara. This is the Velvet Noir Major Volume Mascara. Love it. I'm gonna go ahead and coat my lashes. Oh God, I hate when that happens. Okay, tippity. When you get mascara on your eyeshadow, don't panic. Just take a clean, flat head brush and just slowly kind of like scrape it away and it completely goes away. I recommend to not go in as it's like wet like that because it will smudge. For some reason mine didn't smudge. Wait for the dot to dry and then go in and do that method. My eyelashes I think are very curly, so I have to be very careful. I have to like tilt my head up to apply my mascara because if not it will touch my eyelid and make a mess. God, this mascara is so good. Some people need a more defining formula or bristles for their mascara, but for me that I already have pretty long lashes, all I really need is volume. So this is a good mascara if you just want volume, not really definition. Makes them look thick. Thank you. So I'm gonna go ahead and comb my brows so that I can fill them in. I'm gonna use the e.l.f. brow pencil in the color, hold on, it's deep brown. I think it's the darkest shade because my eyebrows are actually pretty dark. I'm gonna go ahead and start kind of like making a straight line from the tip, not really diffusing it upward yet, but kind of just marking where I want my eyebrow base to be, and doing the same thing with the end, the other end. Very anti-technical, I think, but I think it's very simple for people that really don't have time to be blending out and doing their eyebrows for 10 minutes. No one has time for that. So once I've set the color down on the bottom, I'm just gonna go ahead and take the spoolie at the end and just blend that color upwards. So you go ahead and you fill your brows in a natural way. Because like I said in other videos, I don't really like to do a boxed brow or anything like that. So see, it's nice and defined. I'm gonna go ahead and finish my face and my other eye off camera, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so this is the final look. Pretty. That highlight's popping. I got a nice bronzer on. If you guys want to get a video where I show my full face tutorial, full face of how I apply my foundation, how I apply my contour, my highlight, I can upload that in the next video. But this is my get ready with me for today. It was a cute look, very orangey, very ethereal, fresh, woken up kind of look, and I think I look really nice. Okay guys, so this concludes this get ready with me. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more content. I'll try to be consistent and do something at least every week and try not to disappear for too long. Okay guys, thank you for watching. Bye.